CQ, CQ, this is W9GFO. Is anybody out there?
Other people need to see what I've seen. They need to see...
This is the way it's been done for billions of years. Small moves, small moves.
So I figured it out. I just kept making the window bigger until it finally let me do what I wanted to do. Now, where was I? Okay. So my point is that, you know, they say you got to pick your fights. Times are really, really bad. If you're disabled, if you are a person with darker skin than the man in the Oval Office, who shouldn't be there, I guess you can call him a man. I don't know. Don't seem like much of a man to me. If you are disabled, if you're in any form or fashion queer, be careful. You can't afford to goof around. Yes, you have rights, and they know you have rights, and they know you are within your rights to defend your rights. But if you do, that's giving them an excuse. So pick your fights. I'm not saying you shouldn't defend yourself ever. No, absolutely not. I'm not saying you shouldn't defend other people, because God knows there's a lot of other people that need help. A lot of them. They cannot speak up for themselves at all. People like me. They cannot speak up for themselves. They cannot defend themselves against these bullies. Just be real careful that if you're gonna open your mouth, you've got to be ready, because they're coming for us. So I have, I don't know where the dog is. I don't know exactly where the cow was. I don't know what happened to the cow. Like I saw Rudy's truck pull up. Rudy's the guy who owns the cows. And then this jerk deputy, the one who's been in my house. Oh, I did the wrong thing. The one who's been in my house before because somebody was threatening to kill me and trying to terrorize me in the middle of the night. I'm telling him how hard I'm trying to work to fix the. I'm telling them to clean the place up, because the wind has. I have no way to take up to get haul away trash. I have no vehicle that can go to the dump. The wind tears stuff up and blows stuff around. The wind tore up my fence. The cows have been breaking in and chewing things up and tearing things up. I've lost hundreds of dollars worth of pet food and supplies and tools and all kinds of stuff that the cows have ruined here. If I had receipts for all that, if Rudy wants compensation for his dead cow, I've done it in dog food. And good luck collecting off of my Social Security, because you can't attach a person's Social Security. So, I mean, I barely got enough to eat out here. In fact, it's the end of the month and I'm running out of food. Which is, you know, the sheriff's had plenty of times to sit around and talk about killing my dog. But when I tried to explain to them what my situation was out here, see, I'm supposed to be on the defensive and let them be intimidating and try to make me feel guilty for how things are out here. And homie don't play that, you know, I just don't. I don't feel guilty. I've done the best that I can with very, very little. I'm very proud of what I've been able to do with nothing. And anybody who wants me to feel ashamed or guilty for it is barking up the wrong tree, because they wouldn't last 10 minutes out here, you know? So you can keep that noise. No, I don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty for anything I'm doing out here, because, oh wait, there's something wrong with this tree too. Oh, this tree should be over one, I think. Yeah, or should I do it? I think I should go one. No. It should go that way, and then it should go... Maybe I should go over this way. Yeah, I think I will. Okay. So, no, I'm not going to feel guilty or ashamed. I'm 70 years old. I'm living out here with nothing. No money, no help, no family, no car. The nearest loaf of bread is 30 miles away round trip. So, no, I don't feel guilty or ashamed, and I'm not going to play that game with you. And I'm sorry you were raised wrong. I mean, I was too. I was raised to feel like I should be ashamed and unworthy, and like every step of my life is a sin and something awful, and, you know. But I ain't doing that. It drives people crazy that I don't buy into all that crap, by the way. So you go ahead and you feel bad about your own life, but you're not going to make me feel bad about mine. So they were here for, I don't know how long. We're not going to take you to jail. No, you're not. You have absolutely no evidence that I did anything wrong. And when I explained these aren't even my dogs, that somebody dumped them here, I said, look around you and tell me how these puppies got here, if somebody didn't just physically bring them over here. Because, I mean, you look around, I'm like, again, using city terms, I'm blocks and blocks away from my nearest neighbor. So you explain to me how these dogs got in my yard. I said, my animals are spayed and neutered. And I begged people on Facebook and everywhere else I could think of, all kinds of local groups, to help me get those puppies to a veterinarian so I could get them spayed. You know what my neighbors did? These are not necessarily neighbors that I see every day or anything like that. They're just, they live in my general area, and I posted online. That I'm not asking for people to pay for it, although I know there's grants and stuff that you can get subsidized spay and neuter. So I asked people if they could help me find out about that, because that would be useful to know. Should I cut this off or leave it? I think I will leave it. I don't like you either. You're going to. Goodbye. I don't need to use any more saplings. I can save them for other projects. Yeah, okay. Um, so I asked for help getting my animals spayed and neutered. And instead of helping me, they called me a mooch. They called me a parasite. They called me a meth addict. They called me, I can't use that word. A person who gives people pleasure, but for money, not because they really want to or care about the people. To somebody who has to earn a living and can't figure out any other way to do it, so they give other people pleasure, you know. They accuse me of being that, which, I mean, I suppose there might be a market for 70-year-old disabled people to give people pleasure for money. I don't know. But I doubt there's very many customers out here where I live. I think most of the customers out here would be dirty old men who want young, skinny women, you know, and certainly not any disabled people. So I don't think anybody my age and by society standards as ugly as I am could earn much of a living giving people pleasure, you know. Anyway, so that's what they did instead. They tried to blame me for why they weren't helping me. Months ago, you know, these two little puppies under my house, half dead and starving. Please help me get the funds together and find a way to drive them to the only town where I can get them spayed, you know, and get them their shots. Nobody would help me. They all just tell me how irresponsible and stuff I am. How am I irresponsible? I'm not the one to dump these dogs here. Anyway, so I gave up and I said, well, I'll just deal with it when it happens. Sure enough, both of the puppies ended up growing up. Both of the puppies got pregnant. Between the two of them, they had maybe 11 puppies. Whoops. Out of those 11, well, let me see, I already had one dog here. And then those two, altogether I had 9 dogs living here. And then one by one, you know, stuff happens. Should I have done that or should I have gone around this way? 1, 2. I really kind of do need that here, huh? Well, I don't have to figure it all out tonight, right? Mostly what I have to do is keep an eye. Oh, I bet my brightness isn't very high. Let me look. They redid my, yeah, it's a problem. They redid the Android update. Oh, that's better. On this silly tablet, and now it's really hard for me to see stuff. Yeah, I don't think I want that there. Right now I'm going around looking for leaves, but these leaves are very dark, and it's nighttime, so I'm having some issues. Oh, there's leaves. There's a whole day. Oh, I want that tree to stay. Yeah, I just want that tree for decoration. I thought it would be bigger than that, but that's okay. So I can't defend myself against these mean men. I think a lot of people, especially, well, in a rural area, a lot of people go into law enforcement because it's the only work there is out here, you know, that pays decent. Farming doesn't pay anymore, and it's not like there's any industry out here. So, and maybe they came back from the military or whatever, so they know how to handle a gun and wear a uniform, and obey orders and feel superior to people around them that are on the other end of the gun. So some people get into law enforcement because of that. You just never know. Can I do that? I'm running out of jack-o'-lanterns. Oh. Well, it's well lit. Oops. See, this, there's not enough room for all these animals. And who the heck is making all that noise? And every time I open the door, there's a chicken in the house. You know, chickens. So I'm sick of the chickens in the house. And yeah, so I figured, see what I'm doing? I'm putting these oak trap doors because they kind of go together, don't they? You get up close to them, you can see that the jungle is pinker and the oak is more yellow. But from a distance, it kind of blends together pretty well. So I know trapdoors are expensive, but it looks pretty. So I might mix it up. Some trapdoors, some doors. The only thing is with doors, you know, sometimes zombies can open doors. I'm on peaceful right now, so it's not an issue, but I won't always be on peaceful. I'll show you around a little bit, and then I guess I'm pretty done. This is a big hole. So I thought, well, I have jungle saplings, so I grew a jungle sapling in a big hole. Got another one fired up, too. And then there's another one over here on this side. Because I was digging around in my little house there. Didn't realize this was here. I hadn't even, you know, explored very much. So I'm going to grow another one here. And then I got to be careful to remember that wall is there because I don't want to flood the cave. I'll show you the cave a little bit, but I'm having trouble seeing tonight, so I won't go too deep. But you see there's a lot of dripstone stuff going on, and which way am I supposed to go down? I don't remember. Oh, okay. So it looks like a nice substantial cave. Also, Looks to me like it's running right under my house. So that's good news. So I'm thinking that I will probably go in my house and start digging toward here. Dink, dink, dink. I'm going to go take it 2 blocks down because I don't see well, you know? Yeah. And if I need to run from something, I need to run from something. Because I won't always have the cooties off, you know? Maybe I should bring this around too, because just for giggles. Heaven knows I have plenty of dirt, right? So it's kind of doing the dripstone thing, and then I just thought it'd be funny to have big, giant, tall jungle trees. I might put some down there too. I haven't been down here very deep, obviously. Ooh, spooky noises. Apparently went all the way down there though. Huh? I'm kind of hoping I got a lush cave. I don't see any whatever those things are called that start with an A. Those trees, you know the trees I'm talking about. I don't see any of those on the surface, but I haven't looked at much of the surface either, you know. So I might put one over here just for giggles, because I don't fate. I wonder if creepers can follow me. Probably. There always are creepers following on a person, right? So we got the whole dripstone thing going on down here. I shouldn't go much farther. I might get in trouble. What is that down there that's all red? Probably just more dripstone. Anyway, I don't even have much armor, do I? I don't even have a pair of pants. So, yeah, I'm not going to go down there yet. No weapons. You know, ooh, is that iron? No. Dripstone. Lord, I hate this stuff. I hate walking on it. It sounds like rubber. The sound is funny. I guess it's supposed to sound a little dry and brittle. But to me, it sounds like rubber. I don't know. How'd I get in here? Keep going. There's one path. You know, I could put some of these. That wouldn't hurt. So this goes some kind of way. And this goes some other kind of way. So I'm just telling you, you know, they only killed one of my dogs. And I think the best thing I can do is, and I know what's going to happen. When I first was coming down this way, there was no animal control in this county, in this entire county. None at all. So now they have some kind of a little dinky, half-baked shelter kind of thing going on. But, I mean, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to relinquish the dogs. I'm going to keep the one that is my dog, you know, that I brought here and had spayed in the first place. And there's one little funny-looking dog that's got brown eye patches. I don't know why, but it's just cute as the dickens. So, and it's real shy and scared, and I can't hardly get close to it. I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. I think it's a boy, but I don't know. So, I'm going to have to relinquish the dogs, and that means, of course, they'll all be killed. There's only 6 dogs left. I'm going to keep 2. Maybe 3 if I get away with it. Now, how'd you get tall? You were supposed to... See, I forgot to put a thing on top of that, didn't I? So, anyway, so I've got this big tree farm, and what I want to do is build a platform over the top of it so I don't have to walk through these trees. I started this because I was just going to put those slabs on top to keep the trees from growing too big. This staircase here. But then I thought, you know what? That's a slab. So it keeps it from growing too tall, but apparently I missed one. Oh well. But what I want to do now is just build a building over the top of this whole thing so I can just walk over it or walk around it instead of walking through it, because even with plenty of lights and stuff, these things are a good place to harbor creepers. And I'm not dealing with this. See that? And then having to beat out the leaves and you're not safe. Who wants to walk through that, right? Look how far this goes. Oh my gosh. And I gotta make my pumpkin farm bigger. But you know me, I'll go through some pumpkins now. I need to get more iron, really. Best thing to do is crouch. What's walking? Oh, it's probably... Oh, yeah, I have some cows get loose. I let them stay here because there's a thing they do now in Minecraft where if you kill the animals around your spawn, they won't respawn. So you better not kill the originals. You better keep breeding. The passing mobs. So I'm trying real hard not to kill anything. I've noticed one thing. There used to be a lot of frogs here. A lot of frogs, right where I am right now. A lot of frogs. There's hardly any frogs anymore, and I think it's because I have way too many domesticated animals too close to these chunks. So I think it's, what's it called? A mob cap. Where they don't let you have too many mobs. Because it causes too much wear and tear on them, mostly. Their servers and stuff. They don't want you having too many animals. You know how people used to make cow farms that... I mean, I remember Notch being real impressed by this when he was on, Minecraft that one time. You've never seen one of those cow farms where you gather hundreds of cows together in the same square block, you know? You've never seen that before. He was quite impressed by that. So, anyway, they made it now so there's a mob cap of, I think, like 100 and something. Is all you can have. And so I think what's happened is there's so many domesticated animals here now. It's crowded out all the frogs. There were bunches and bunches of frogs right here. Like, right, yoink. Right in here. There were tons of frogs. And now there aren't. And I can finish these pumpkins later. So I think I've got to move my animal farm farther away so the frogs will come back. There also was a bunch of frogs over here, past where I built this fence. Like right around in here, there were tons of frogs. So I think I've reached the mob cap. So I may just end up moving my animal farm a lot farther away, like on the other side of that hill or something. And just keep this as just plain old generic fencing. But maybe a couple of animals just for decoration, you know? Just for atmosphere kind of deal. Because I think I've got too many animals in here and it's crowded out the frogs. And then, of course, because I'm in a swamp, I like swamps. They made them ugly with this, the water looks awful and the grass looks awful. And they kind of ruined swamps. Swamps used to be a lot more fun than they are now. But I've always liked swamps because they're just so, well, for one thing, it's easy to farm mobs. It's real easy because it's a lot of flat land and a lot of water and stuff. So it's real easy to control where you get mobs. Of course, you get slimes here. And I just like the resources. I like the mushrooms and whatnot. There is, one time I went off of survival and I went into creative so I could fly around a little bit. I don't know what I was looking for. But I found a witch hut and I got me a cat. So, and I hung this dripstone up because I just think it's funny as a ticket. You can have things in here that drip. So, I don't know if it's daytime or nighttime. I guess it's daytime. So that's all there is to my house because I haven't been on here very much. So I went into creative for just a little bit. I didn't even go into, what's that called? What's that one where you can go underground? Spectator mode, is that what it's called? I didn't do any of that. I didn't go very far. I was looking around here. See, no more frogs. Yeah, I guess if I move my animals over here out of the way, maybe I can get my frogs back. This is a good place for animals, right? Easy to flatten out, too. It's a huge... Look how big this swamp is. Look how big this swamp is. Well, what are you doing up here? Where did you come from? Are you mine? Oops. It's a tame one. It must have got out the gate. I don't have a lead on me. That's alright. Alright, I'm getting off. Let me off. Is that going into a different biome? I don't know. Y'all don't want to see all this. I'll just go back home. Here's a sheep for some reason. Oh, I need sheep. I don't have any. Alright, I'll start building the thing over here. Is that another sheep? Okay, so we know sheep and, I guess sheep, pigs, and, chickens spawn over here, so that's good. Yeah, this was a bad mistake. Looks like I got a few of them that didn't have things over the top. Yeah, you don't want to watch me digging out these trees. Alright, well, I just wanted to let you know that, I mean, I'm really bummed about my poor dogs. It didn't need to hurt them. I was right up the road. They could have just gone over and said, you know whose dogs these are? They could have just asked. But, you know, shoot first, ask questions later. They enjoy causing pain. And he was a bad shot. I didn't exactly count the shots because I was so surprised when I finally figured out what they were. First, I wasn't paying attention, you know. Wasn't expecting anybody out here shooting. Nobody shoots out here. Nobody, like, hunts or anything out here. There's nothing to hunt. So I was surprised at first. I wasn't counting how many shots it was, but it seemed to me it was about 3, maybe 4. It took him a long time to kill my dog, and I heard the dog scream about 3 times. So he's a bad shot. He joked about it, you know. He made a joke about what a bad shot he was, and I said, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear my dog suffered. And he said, oh, I'm just kidding. Uh-huh. You just shot my dog and you're making jokes about it? What the hell's wrong with you? And his only probable cause was, well, I saw them standing there looking at, oh, I got 12 of them, looking at a dead cow. Well, of course they were looking at a dead cow. It's fresh meat. You know, my dogs aren't stupid. They know what meat is. And I even told him that, too. You know, I said, you know, my dogs have eaten their own siblings. And my dogs have eaten, one of my pigs died. I couldn't bury it. I said, they eat carrion. They clean up scraps. So, just because you saw my dogs hanging out over a dead cow, ain't proof of nothing, you know? You could have just come over and said, ma'am, can you come get your dogs? Not that I could have come get them because they're pretty much wild, you know? These dogs pretty much do whatever they want to do. I mean, they're kind with strangers. I mean, the cop had a hard time getting them off of him because when he came over later after they'd killed the sibling, my dogs came over and they were so happy to see company. Well, I guess I better get out of here because it's been going for a long time, and I'm going to speed this video up so it's not so awful, you know. You are alive. Wake up, especially now. Please wake up. I'd hug you, but my arms don't bend. Goodbye.
I will kill you.
Like, dislike, share, comment, subscribe, or the dog gets it!